What's going on, guys? PepperBelly here, bringing you a third and final video for my Hitman Absolution first impressions. This will wrap pretty much everything up, and it's kind of like a first impressions trilogy, so, you know, sweet. Only hopefully the ending won't be as shitty as Mass Effect 3's ending. Oh my god, jokes. Anyway, getting on to the main thing here. Now, if you guys see my past videos, hopefully you did, before you come and see this one, you will see that I really disliked and pretty much just brought hell down on the scoring system and the disguise system. The scoring system mainly, but the disguise system just needs tweaks, a little bit of revamping, and it'll be pretty goddamn good, and it will be a better Hitman experience, and it'll kind of like help flesh out all the good stuff about the game. Now, the good things about this game, which I'm going to try to break them down real quickly, is basically the story. The story is actually pretty good. The narrative is pretty deep, and the voice acting is fucking superb, and a lot of people, it's torn between two groups of people. One group thinks that the ending is completely shit, or not the ending, the story is completely shit, and then another group thinks the story is actually great. So I'm in the category that I think it's actually pretty good. I don't think it's a terrible story. They did a good job with it. It's completely different from how Hitman games in the past have been done. It's more like a Deus Ex type thing where they're going like more deeper narrative, and there's not that much of a crazy deep story to it though. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's very easy to understand and follow, but it's still good nonetheless. They did a good job with the game, and it's excellent. It's an excellent game. Although I have said that in my previous videos, you're probably getting the impression that I absolutely hate this game. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I got Assassin's Creed roughly around the same time. Well, actually at the exact same time I got this. It came out with like literally a 15-hour separation window of like release times for Hitman Absolution and Assassin's Creed 3. And every time I pop in Assassin's Creed 3, and by that I mean click play on Steam, because you don't pop in anything unless you're popping a chub, I don't know. But anyway, you go in there and you're like, I'd be playing the game, I'd be enjoying it, but then I kind of like always found myself going back to Hitman just because I've been having a little bit more fun with this game than I was with Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, I wasn't really enjoying as much as I was Hitman Absolution. And I have beaten Assassin's Creed 3 now, though, so you can't really... That was bad. I'm talking like when it was released for the first time on PC. So Hitman is definitely a good game. There obviously is a lot of gameplay revamps. The shooting mechanics feel a lot smoother, way better. The physics system is freaking awesome. The graphics are amazing. Although there's like pretty much a really overdone amount of bloomage. Like, I don't know. I don't know why there's so much bloom. It's like freaking insane. It's like a third sun sometimes. You'll see it later in this gameplay where, or not this particular one, but my next contracts mission where I'm like dumping a body and my shirt's like fucking supernova in the sky. Like, it's just going crazy. But other than that, it's still a really good game. Definitely worth picking up. I would definitely recommend picking this game up or pirating it, however you fly, however you do that kind of thing. But it is definitely worth a playthrough. It may not be what you expect for a Hitman game, because what they seem to have done, which I think was kind of smart, is that the story element was more linear. So the levels and everything was a more linear experience. It was more story driven, of course, and the levels were pretty much based around the story element. So like, it wasn't like, you know, every other past Hitman game where it's like, oh, congratulations, this guy needs to die because he's a douchebag. Put you in a giant level, have like 1,000 different ways of doing it, and you can get it done. But since there's more of a story involved in this game now, it actually went about things differently. So now you have to actually go into smaller corridors, more linear environments, and actually complete different types of objectives other than just killing people. So it kind of does take away from the Hitman experience on that part. However, whenever you start up the game, you have a choice between the story or contracts. Now, the contracts is where this game really shines. The ability to create your own contract, do whatever objective you want. It puts you in a level, any level, and it turns it more into a Blood Money type successor. So you're actually playing Blood Money style, where you get put into a level, you have multiple ways you can go about killing whoever the hell you want, and you do it. Now, the only problem I see with contracts right now is the fact that all the levels you can play are single-player levels. So if you play contracts before you play, for example, the single player, you're going to see a lot of the dialogue and everything is shared between the single player and contracts level. They're almost identical. They are identical, actually. Like, this part is the very beginning of the Hitman Absolution story, where you're going after somebody. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you're going after them, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. If you've seen the trailer, you're going to see a girl taking a shower, blah, blah. Same concept. This is the house said person is in. And the dialogue and everything's exactly identical. The only difference is this is the play area right here. So I have to assassinate these 3 guys in this area and then extract. So you can do about this any way you want. When you're creating a contract, you can go about it by maybe I want to kill this guy with a fiber wire, or how I'm doing it right now, specific objectives require me to kill this guy by accident. So how did I do that? Well, I found the pills upstairs by killing the first target, which I had to kill with a fiber wire, so I did that, grabbed the pills, and accidentally dumped him in his food, and while he's trying it out, he's pretty much dying right now. As you can see him limping off in a direction like, I wonder what was wrong with my cooking. Did I, like, do something wrong? What ingredient? Oh shit, I'm dead. And now he's, I gotta go hide his body. And to get the extra, or the bonus points and cash that you get for, completing objectives to the standard that the creator has for you. And it's pretty much how contracts works, which kind of takes away from the ability to kind of free roam and do whatever you want, because now you have set objectives that you have to actually do a specific way if you want to get the bonus money or a maximum amount of cash you can earn. Kind of sucks, but at the same time, it does open up a whole lot of replayability, because you can just go in there and play a whole bunch of different kind of contracts in a lot of different ways. But of course, it doesn't really allow you to have your own free style, which is what a lot of people miss, is about going into a map and being able to do the way they want to. Contracts doesn't really offer that yet. They could do DLC, they could do something in the future that allows you to have a little bit more free will at how you complete your objectives, because the way they're going right now, it's like if you're creating a contract, you have to complete them to the specifications of the contract if you want to get the maximum amount of cash, which kind of sucks. It takes away your free will of doing whatever the hell you want, and that's what a lot of people like to have blood money, going into a certain map and just have fun completing your objectives however the hell you want, literally thousands of different ways of doing it, and you just go and do it. This, it feels more like you're pressured to do the objectives, which still isn't, it's still better than nothing, in my opinion, but it's not quite where Blood Money is at yet. But I would love to see them in the future do something different with DLC for this game. Potential DLC that is easily just make newer maps, make more additional, separate from the campaign, objectives and maps, because so far everything that's being shared kind of just doesn't feel right. The maps aren't quite up to par with how they could be. They can easily just release certain contracts that are brand new maps, kind of like Blood Money, and just go into a huge environment and just complete the objectives however the hell you want to your specifications and have fun doing it, instead of it being kind of like you need to do it a specific way, otherwise you don't get your cash or whatever. And they could do things like that, but the game still is definitely a great game. Contracts mode alone can be worth a purchase for this game. And I know that sounds a little bit kind of like ridiculous, but it's true. Contracts is a lot of fun. It kind of challenges you in a lot of new ways, and it's freaking great. Of course, the story is excellent as well, and you should definitely pick it up for that too, but it really comes down to opinion, because everyone's view on this game is completely different. Mine, I thoroughly enjoyed it, although I do have a few hiccups with the game that I really dislike. They can easily be rectified, and hopefully it can improve the game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Take care, guys.